Welcome to a new episode from English Plus Podcast. Today we're going to talk about the art of small talk, mastering that awkward dance. Now, you're standing at a party, drink in hand, glancing around nervously. Do you ask about the weather again? Is that person wearing the same outfit from 3 social gatherings ago? Or do you pretend not to notice? What's the right thing to say when someone mentions they've been really into microgreens lately? Is that a plant or a hobby? And most importantly, why is small talk such a universal struggle? If we all hate it, why does it still exist? And how on earth did it become such an art form that some people make it look effortless? Well, by the end of this episode, not only will you have answers to these questions, but you'll leave armed with clever conversation starters, tips to avoid awkward silences, and just maybe the secret to becoming a small talk master. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. Why is it that humans find talking about nothing so awkwardly fascinating? Well, let's start with the obvious. Small talk is everywhere. It sneaks up on you at elevators, in checkout lines at weddings, and especially at office meetings that could have been emails. It's this strange, delicate dance where no one wants to lead, but also no one can afford to sit out. But here's the thing. Small talk isn't just meaningless chatter. It's a social glue, a necessary evil. Think of small talk as the appetizer of human interaction. You don't just dive into the deep conversations without warming up. Imagine going up to a stranger and immediately asking, "Hey, what's your greatest fear in life?" Oh, they'll either call security or start questioning all their life choices. Small talk is just like stretching before a marathon. It loosens up people. Except here, the stretching involves phrases like, "So, come here often?" Or, "How about that weather, huh?" Now, some people are weirdly good at this. They glide through conversations as if born with an innate ability to say, "Oh, I love your shoes," at precisely the right moment. You know who I'm talking about. The colleagues at work who turns a "how was your weekend" into a TED talk about artisanal sourdough. Meanwhile, the rest of us, well, we're fumbling through conversations, hoping not to accidentally insult someone's hobby or mispronounce quinoa. But what makes small talk so hard? Well, 2 words. Low stakes, high pressure. The stakes are low because technically the topics don't matter. No one's life will change because you talked about traffic for 45 seconds. But the pressure is immense because these tiny conversations determine first impressions. And let's face it, judgment lurks everywhere. Say the wrong thing, and suddenly you're that person who talks too much about cloud formations, or the guy who asks if someone's dog was a cat. Still, small talk serves a purpose. It creates a sense of belonging. It's like giving each other social permission to exist in the same space without being weird. You're essentially saying, "Hey, I see you. I acknowledge that we're both humans stuck in this awkward scenario, and I promise I won't make it worse if you won't." Now let's get down to business. Let's break down some small talk do's and don'ts so you can become less awkward one conversation at a time. Now let's start with the do's. First, ask open-ended questions. Instead of, "Did you have a good weekend?" try, "What was the best part of your weekend?" Well, this gives people more to work with and saves you from the dreaded one-word answer. Second, find common ground. Look around. Are you both awkwardly holding a plate of the same strange hors d'oeuvre? Bam! You've got a topic. Talk about that. And then we have compliments. Compliments work like magic. Just make sure it's genuine. "I love your laugh" will land much better than "your hair smells interesting." Well, these are about the do's. What about the don'ts? Well, the first don't, and a very strong one, don't overshare. Telling someone you had a weird dream about your ex riding a dolphin isn't the best way to build rapport. Trust me, it doesn't work. And then avoid sensitive topics like politics, religion, or anything involving personal finances. Just don't do it. And don't fake enthusiasm. Now, we can smell fake excitement from miles away. It's like when someone says, "Wow, spreadsheets, that's so interesting." No, it isn't. And we both know you're lying. Now, here's a pro tip. If you ever feel stuck, just ask people about themselves. People love talking about themselves. It's scientifically proven. When people talk about their own experiences, their brains release dopamine, making them feel good. So, in a way, you're practically doing charity work by being a good listener. And let's be honest, sometimes the best small talk involves saying the least. One well timed, yeah, or totally can carry you through a 15-minute conversation with minimal effort. Just don't overdo it, or you'll sound like a malfunctioning chatbot. So, what's the takeaway here? Small talk isn't about being witty or dazzling. It's just about connection. It's about saying, "I may not know you, but I care enough to try." It's a social courtesy that keeps society from descending into chaos. And who knows? That conversation about the weather might lead to a lifelong friendship, or at the very least, a LinkedIn connection. So, here's my challenge to you. The next time you find yourself in a small talk situation, try leaning into it. Ask one unexpected question, offer a real compliment, or simply listen a little more closely. You never know. Beneath the surface of that awkward chit chat, you just might discover something meaningful. Because at the end of the day, maybe small talk isn't so small after all. And with that, my friends, we come to the end of today's episode. I hope you found that useful. If you like the episode, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, like it, and share it with your friends and family, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, never stop learning with English Plus Podcast.